All right, so we had some practice with just laws of exponents, and so some people were just asking me to go over a few of these. So here we go. Like somebody asked me about number 2. And when you got more than one type of thing in your problem, you just do them one at a time. So I'm just going to look at the numbers, then I'm going to look at the a's, then I'm looking at the b's. When I look at the numbers, I'm doing 2 times 4. That's 8. When I'm looking at the a's, I'm looking at a squared times a. That means I had a squared times 1 more a. I have a to the third. Then I look at the b's. B times b squared. That's b to the third. Done. Someone also asked me about question number 3. Same sort of strategy. Look at the numbers, then look at each of the letters. The numbers, I see 6 times negative 3. Well, 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. And then I look at the x's. X squared times x to the 5th. That makes x to the 7th. That's it. Somebody else asked me about number 5. Same strategy. Look at the numbers first. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. But there was a negative. Then I look at the x's. X to the 3rd times x to the 4th. 3 plus 4, so that'd be x to the 7. And then x squared plus 2 more. 7 plus 2 makes 9. So negative 27, x to the 9. All right. And then somebody else was asking me about doing a problem like number 7. Basically the same idea, do them one thing at a time. I have a 5 inside the parentheses and a 3 outside the parentheses. By the way, I'll just write this one out. You don't have to write this step on a test. I'm just sort of explaining why this makes sense. The 3 on the outside of the parentheses means to multiply the parentheses 3 times by itself. And if you look at what I've got 5 times 5 times 5. I've got x squared times x squared times x squared. And I've got y to the 4th times y to the 4th times y to the 4th. So I had 5 to the 3rd, x squared to the 3rd, and y to the 4th to the 3rd. All right, another one that people asked about was number 12. Same strategy, one letter and one number at a time. 18 divided by 3 is 6, so 18 divided by negative 3 is negative 6. C to the 3rd divided by c squared is c to the 1. You can also just write the letter c. Well, let's look at one other one someone asked about, number 14. 48 divided by 8 is 6. 2 negatives divide to make a positive. C squared divided by c is c to the 1st, or just c. D to the 4th divided by d is d to the 3rd. We're just doing top power minus bottom power. All right, moving on down. We also had negative 3 to the 4th. Somebody asked me about this one, and guess what the answer is? It's just negative 3 to the 4th. You don't do anything with it. If you want, 3 to the 4th is equal to 81, so you could write the answer as negative 81. You don't have to. I'm actually perfectly happy with leaving it as negative 3 to the 4th. Contrast that with number 23. Notice that the only difference between 22 and 23 is whether the 3 is inside or outside of the exponent, or inside or outside of the parentheses. On 23, the negative is included in there. So if I wrote that one out, I would go negative 3, negative 3, negative 3, negative 3. There's 4 negatives all in a row. 2 negatives makes a positive. That means that 4 negatives makes a positive also, so we get positive 81, or just positive 3 to the 4th. All right, somebody asked me about 27. Do them one at a time. X divided by x to the 3 is x to the negative 2. Y to the 7th divided by y to the 4th, that's y to the 3. We're just doing top minus bottom. Somebody asked me about number 24. I'll just scoot it over here. X to the 0 is equal to 1, so I just have 6 times 1 times y to the 8th. Then I have a minus. 2 is inside parentheses, 4 is on the outside, so I go 2 to the 4th power. That's 2, 4, 8, 16. y squared to the 4th is y to the 8th. And those are like terms because they're both y to the 8th. So I have negative 10 y to the 8th. And then the last, oh, I got two more. Somebody asked me about this one. I would say let's simplify the inside first. M squared over m is just m to the 1st, n to the 7th. So all I did in that first step is I just focused on the inside about the like terms. Then I've got everything to the 5th power. So 3 to the 5th power is, you can just use a calculator, it's 243, I think. And then m to the 1st to the 5th power is m to the 5th. N to the 7th to the 5th power is n to the 35th. And then the last one somebody asked me about was this one, but I'm just going to tell you, don't worry about it. It's not on the test. Don't worry about it. If you must know, if you are worried about it, the answer is x squared minus 4y squared. You do not need to worry about that for the exponents test. All right, let me know if you got any questions. Thanks for watching.